Good afternoon, guys. It's 4:44 p.m. Today is April 11th, one day before FOMC and some CPI and PPI news. So tomorrow is all about news, right? So today I was not expecting a major move. That means I was expecting neutralist day. So that is what we discuss in Discord. And today it is all about yesterday's close, high and midpoint of yesterday's range, right? So every day you will see a different kind of wording, based on what is going on, how price is moving. So usually I don't say word like this, like midpoint of yesterday's range, right? But somehow, I feel like it. So today I mentioned that word, right? So yesterday's close, yesterday's high and midpoint of yesterday's range. It is all about PPI, CPI and FOMC game this week. So expect neutrality. See that? So I already wrote it here. With up and down swing before that. It is all about levels this time. There is no bias actually. Bias is neutral. It's all about levels, So, and we'll make a decision based on RTH price action. There is nothing else to tell you, So, let's talk about this, right? So now there was a very off situation today, very off situation. That by 10 o'clock, or even before, So okay, so let me explain. So right of the open of the gate, right of the gate, open here. So yesterday's high. This is yesterday's high. Important, right? And yesterday's close, same area, correct? So this is important. So important level 1, correct? And then I said middle of yesterday's range, right? So yesterday's range mid was, yesterday's range was so high. So roughly, mid is 19, right? So 1920 area, which is this area, kind of, So that is important, right? So that's the first thing. So important means something is going to happen. So you can see this, correct? Now here when price open, right, look at the AD plus 1100, very strong bullish disconnect right of the gate. That means no shorts. Shorts are not allowed, not today. So I saw the reaction. I also said that my other model, which is my new model, telling me to short at 42 and take a profit at 33 if it price comes down in the favor, but I ignored it. Why? Because bullish disconnect, strong one, plus 1100 AD, NQ's AD was also plus 30, right? So this is not the environment to short it, and not at the open. Definitely you can go long, but no shorts, right? So anyway, so based on this bullish disconnect right of the gate, it excited me. So I went long at 37 right here, which is this, right of the open. And I also said in Discord, that it may go down against me to this area. I will add one more there, that is what I clearly said that. Why did I say that if it goes down? Because of NQ. NQ was consistently going down, so basically it turned the preferred buyers area. See, when I wrote the note, right, price was here, so I kept the preferred buyers area here, saying today is all about preferred buyers area and preferred sellers. That is what I explained in Discord, which is this area and this area. A true buyer will not let it go below this. This is the key, this is the also key. So in overnight, ES was holding here and this guy NQ went below it. See, that's the problem, So and till open, it did back and forth here, and then open it was here, right, which was also a dream number. So and then VWAP and all those garbage, right? So then it came down and then slight push back up and then boom, correct? So my 37 long, worked out for 5 point, but I was not looking for that 5 point because disconnect was strong. So at least it will my target was 45, to be honest. That was the first target, like scaling, and then 48 or 56, right? So I did not scale anything here, right? And then price came down, made a new low. So this is the time, NQ was like keep tanking, keep tanking, keep tanking, it was going faster rate than ES. ES was holding multiple times. So I also said in Discord, 37 ES will give you multiple opportunity to bail out if you are wrong, if you want to bail out, but I held it, because I was anyway planning to add more at 33. So but NQ consistently was going down. I said sellers are there, but something is off. NQ's AD was holding nicely, ES's AD was consistently going higher. You can see it here. See that it was going higher while price was coming down, right? So this was a super bullish disconnect, strong bullish disconnect. That is, so I say, and momentum was also holding by that time. See here, it was holding above zero line. There was no reason. See, if you look at this and this selling does not justifiable. It's not justifiable. So I held my long, even though price went against me. I said, 33 I will add it. So I added it at 33, right here I added it more, and then when I added ES at that time, NQ was super exhausted. So I added, I basically put a new contract, fresh new contract in NQ at that time, randomly, based on ES, not at my levels. My level was here or here, right? I waited because the way NQ was going down, it was not justifiable down move. Considering this disconnect, I know it was going to be neutral day. So this kind of down move, not acceptable. This kind of move, yes, is acceptable, which was good. ES was the only one who gave me a confidence to go long in NQ here, and to hold my long, because look at this price action. It's not a sweep down like this, right? So I held it, and then I added a long here at 33. Then what happened? Then price went higher like this, right? 33 to 41, right? Still I did not take a profit because my profit target was 45, right? But due to price took a lot of time. See, at this point, price took a lot of time to go here and effort, right? So at this point, it's like do or die right here. Now it's do or die, because now it's officially bounced from this area. With this, it should not come back down. See, it was around 10:30, first hour was also over. So which was, NQ was right here. See, NQ was also bounced from here, right? So there is no exception here at that point, correct? So it should go higher. That was the whole idea. And look at NQ's AD, right? Then what happened? Okay, so as usual, I got a phone call, right? It's obviously my wife. Always this time she calls me when she leave work. But anyway, so where was I? I was right here. Right, so at this point there is no, I cannot hold anymore if price goes down, right? See, I held it here, 37 I cannot hold it, 33 yes I will hold it. So 33, if price goes below this again around 37, I'll be out, or basically NQ goes below this area, right? Because NQ was held this area right here. So that was the checkpoint for, so when price came down like this was unacceptable. But anyway, I built out 37, I held it 33 here, and because of NQ also came down, right? At this point, see, people might be thinking, right? All the, maybe a few of the members might be thinking, it's a man, I'm missing short, I'm missing short. But I consistently repeated, no matter what, do not take shorts, price will bounce. Why? I was so confident because these things, considering tomorrow's big news and strong bullish disconnect was still there, NQ's AD was still holding good, right? This was only first time momentum down. There was no single reason, to short. There was no sign for shorts. Look at this price action was garbage. And by this time, NQ was already overdone to the downside. So now there is no point even looking at short. So only way you can trade is long. You have to wait for opportunity, right? So I held my 33 here. Okay, so when ES was going down like this, see, like this, when this 5-minute candle was running, I said if this 5-minute candle give a nice close below this area, okay, this is how I said, exact wording, then I will take a loss for this 33 short, 33 long, because 37 already break even, right? So this 33 long, I will take a stop loss hit, and I will not short, but by that time sellers are proving that it could be a failed bullish disconnect and price wants to go further down. But at that point, knowing that sellers are in control, I will not short it because price already ran down. So I have a poor location now, you know, and then right below I have blue line, this area, you know, exchange area. So I do not, my reward potential is questionable considering this internals, and price is already down, NQ is already down, right? I cannot short it here. So there is no justifiable reason for me into this market being a short. That means I will not trade anymore if I see a nice close below it. If not, I am still looking for longs, or I will hold this long. That is what I said. My target is 45. So here, you know, the moment it went down and then came back up, nice, I was happy, you know. So at the same time, since ES went down all the way here and was trying, the ES closed here, right, I took the long in NQ at the same time. You know, ES I was holding, right? So NQ I took the long just randomly based on ES, you know, because already it was exhausted. Now my goal was to see whether it goes above 87 or not. Ideally, I wanted to see it going above 87. So I held this long. You know, I also shared this in Discord. This was my price, you know, 65. So then damn thing went to 87. It touched there. I was profitable, and then it came down. See, it pissed me off, right? So I break even out. Then second time when it went down and popped back up, I again added long. This was like at 1106, which is right there. See, ES was pulling back here, right, after closing above it. So technically ES has a failed breakdown here, you know. So I was like about to get failed breakdown situation, not confirmed, no? But the way it bounced it, you know, see, after this point, after breaking down like this, if it wanted to go down, it would have gone down, but it did not, right? It just came down. Basically it's a stop run and then close back up. So I took a long at NQ at 65 or so, you know. This time I said in Discord, I'm not going to make that mistake again, because price action in NQ, sellers are really into something. So I said this time I will not make a mistake. I will scale. I put a 5 contract here. This time it was 1, this time I put 5. I said I will scale half of it at 87. Rest I will hold it, you know, for break even, right? So here I got break even, here I got some profit, right? And then I call it a day off, you know. That's it, because I don't want to just, you know, keep hanging around here and then look for this kind of longs, right? Because there is no reason, by the way. The price was just garbage, you know. So yes, I held it, you know. Yes, I held it, you know. So since I was already in, right, I did not look at the price. My target was 45. That's it, set. And here I got bailed out pretty much, you know, right at here, right? Then that's it. So, and then I did not trade this, right? So now then why? Now the story is, the whole idea or story is today is, you have to look everything, you know. When the day is neutral, you have to look everything. You have to look for a signs, right? So this was not a sign for selling. It was a sign for looking for longs, and you can see it every long in ES, every time it give you a chance, few points or bailout opportunity, you know. And then the question is, then after these things, right, looking at this ride up like this, now you might have a question, why the hell then price came down at the end? Because the buyer's goal was to get here. In NQ I have no clue, but ES I was sure that it will hit that 45 once. Once it hits there, right, the goal is over. Why? Because it was supposed to go in the morning to 45, but it did not. Then it hesitated to go down. Then it's the failed breakdown here. That was a nice stop run. So people got a good location here. They ran it up all the way to their intended target, this or this, and then once target is achieved, they don't want to hold it going into FOMC. So what they're gonna do? They're going to bail out. Once they bail out, there is no buyer. You and me are not buyers. You and me are poor souls. This is all run by algorithms, big orders, So flush down. See? So now that's why it came down like this, because these were not buyers like real buyers. These were like a fake movable buyers, fake sellers, fake buyers. It's like a game going on. They have certain targets. Once it achieved, they bail out, price goes down. Because before FOMC, there is no real buyer and sellers. That's all. So that's why it came down like this, all the way down. See, there is no hesitation in between, right? Straight down. Why? Because these were fake buyers, and these were fake sellers also. So it's just somebody play the game, top to bottom, bottom to top, top to bottom. That's it. However, NQ was up to something because it couldn't go higher, right? So NQ has something really, right off the gate, something is really off in NQ today. So we'll know more tomorrow, But so that is what I wanted to tell you, So price action reading is very important because of this reading, see, there was a checkpoint here after seeing this much sell off, right? And NQ sell off. Still we put the checkpoint that hey, 5-minute candle has to close below it in order to confirm sellers are there, otherwise they are fake. And only that thing helped us picking up this long or holding this long, in conjunction with internals. And that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.